It's currently 5:31:26, roughly 15:27. I was just pondering Elder Dr. King, or Reverend Dr. King, and Elder Minister. The two flaws that I did find in the claiming the religion is that they went outside of their religion, what their religion claim, well, the path of Moses claims, in which is dealing with Amalek to a certain degree. Also, the New Testament, where it says that they don't carry this doctrine, don't even say hello, so therefore don't even bid them Godspeed. And also those who don't, so right there you have those two. And Elder Minister said at first he was on that level, but more so it was for Islam, but I guess more for Toranic followers, because my thinking is if they follow the Torah or something similar that has the laws, then I don't see that's where you can I say with man, as in the scripture, but man is impossible. With the Most High, everything is possible. I say I don't care who's in charge, because I know the laws of Moses is the following point in which nobody sees. You can get perversion, how they did the Elder Garvey, how the followers turned against him and helped deport him. Dr. King, he had probably some among him, and Elder Minister obviously had people among him who traitors or just didn't uphold, what you would call the law, but the order of their organizations. But if you see, it don't matter who it, see, because as long as you're organizing under the law of Moses, Torah, it don't matter who. See, it's like they're following other groups, not other ideologies. See, wouldn't matter, because everybody is united under both Moses laws. So that's the only way you can unite. So that's where they fell, because Elder Minister, after coming back from Mecca, said he wanted to work with any being, especially, well, I guess black being that was looking for liberation. That's where either Dr. Kumar today is getting. He said, "What do you say? I'll leave my religion in the closet." That's where he kind of stumbled, because there's a lot of coons among you, and if you fight for somebody just because they're black, that's already your error. He said, "I will leave my religion. They don't kill us because you're a Methodist. It's because you're black." But still, the laws of Moses is a rallying point, and that's where a lot of these black organizations, even when they're little flimsy laws, they even break those, because then they got other groups that have. I mean, if you're going to trade on the Torah, as it says, enter back into these curse, it's supposed to kill you. But that's supposed to be the rallying point. And the Elder Minister, or Elder Reverend Dr. King, he made a deal, or sounded a bill, where those very beings who were oppressing you got to share and partake in it. So they both broke the laws of Moses, what the Quran and the Bible claims. The Quran, Surah 5, 110 to 111, we teach Yahushua, son of Mary, Torah and Gospels, the Torah and the Gospels. Surah 2, I guess 45 through 55 somewhere, we gave Moses the book. Moses, the book. It wasn't the Quran, it was the laws of Moses. Right. So, right there, what? Moses said in the scriptures, this will never fail. Matthew 5:18 through 19, not one dot lost, passed away, till all things are fulfilled. Let's say Romans 3:31. So do our faith, do we make the law void? God forbid. So the law is still active. You're under the grace. I just wrote down my sabbatical. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, my sabbatical. Romans, I believe 5:13. Until the law of sin wasn't in the world, yet sin isn't imputed when there's no law. And we see 5:14. From Adam to Moses, even ever, or I guess, ever them or over them that had not sinned. That's not it. It had no transgression, or it had no sin of the multitude or similitude of Adam's transgression, who is the figure of him who is to come. I think 5:20 maybe. The law entered that the difference might be that the offense might abound, yet where sin abound, grace did abound even more. So yeah, the law is not inactive. It's just the grace. Understand that no one is without sin. So the gods or whoever stated that you still, I'll overstand, but as long as you strive for it, I mean, I might pick you up. But still, that's where they erred, because they went away from the laws and started making deals with the very nations in whom were showing you negative chi at the time of the signing of these laws. So like I said, Elder Garvey didn't really have the Torah. He claimed he mentioned Moses in the Gospels, but he didn't really have. He just more had. See, all these black leaders, only one I can say followed the law for the most part, or claimed the law to had to. Emperor Haile Selassie. Who was named Tafari McCunnen. Later on the Rastafari McCunnen. He's the only one that claimed the law because he's of the line of Yahudah. Caber Nagast. And a lot of his principles, a lot of what he quoted was from the scriptures. And us today, you tomorrow. Psalms. Today for me, tomorrow for you. So that's the only black leader I can see that actually claimed the laws of Moses, and it was, to me, the most effective of any black leader or any black role model. And on top of that, being a negus, we call it, well, some say emperor, but negus, the same difference, and upholding the laws of Moses, and being the most effective, and also leaving behind land for those who's probably gone now, who wish to come home and repatriate back to the land. So all the leaders of today, see, even Fred Hampton, he was, even though he was for that, but he was trying to help other. I mean, it's cool that, I guess, but you see, we'll say the laws of Moses, if you offer this path and they accept it, then you can work with them. Because if not, you don't know what they're saying. It sounds good, but if they're on a negative path, you helping them out. You might be tomorrow building up those who want to come in and try to Nehemiah rebuild a temple. And you should know, right? Christians, somebody trying to mimic. Exactly. When you say, I no longer came down because I know they only came for a bad report. So they tried to hinder him from rebuilding the temple. That's Esther, the whole book of Esther up until chapter 9. They wanted to kill him, and then when the power was given to Mordecai, they became Israelites. So see right there, there's a prime example in the Torah itself. That's like the Old Testament, I believe. Nehemiah and Esther. They wanted to kill you in one book, the whole 8 chapters, and then the 9th book, when the power was given to Mordecai, they all became Israelites, the same nations. Nehemiah rebuilt the temple. They kept coming to distract them, destroy everything, and then bring a negative report to go back to the king. I believe Artaxerxes or maybe Darius, to say, hey, see, we gotta stop rebuilding the temple. See, that's why you gotta be in line. And see, as it says, can two walk the same path or walk along? Let's say agree. You gonna be building, and see, like, and you see today taking over civil rights. You as a black man, when you watch Dr. Richard Rashad show and many other shows, still getting killed by cops. I don't care who gets to join into it. The very and only reason why the civil rights was fought for and had to be protested for decades, when it seemed anyway, at least a decade or a half a decade. Yeah, it was a decade, but the movement, why it was even created. So as you see, what I just said, those nations in whom Esther basically are now enjoying the civil rights more than you, and none of which they were even bitching about or using it for, is life-threatening. When you are denied, which is life-threatening, meaning your life, law enforcement, alone. That's really discrimination on all type of levels. So as you see, you're making deals with these nations who have no intent to work with you, but more so to piggyback off you than hop over you. That's why I said, see, laws of Moses, it don't matter. Hey, you bound by laws of Moses, baby. I don't care if he's the most unliked or the most liked being. Hey, laws of Moses, the most unliked being. The most in between, laws of Moses. See, no partiality. That's where no King's Day and all that. Democracy is a failure, because it creates an environment where a lot of wannabe leaders of corruption can hide. Only one ruler in the Torah. So if you got a problem, you go to the Torah, to the king. And if not, then he's removed. See? Now how do y'all get all this corruption out of democracy? Right. So as you see, this is where elder minister, like I said, all these nations in whom they fought for, Dr. King was an agent. This is where they all fell because they worked with those very nations in whom they were already oppressing them openly, and they were also forbidden. Well, at least Elder Reverend King is bound by laws of Moses, and elder minister said that he wanted to work with these nations or other black people. At least he said blacks, but still, even them, a lot of them were atheists. Like I said, Psalms 83, a lot of those are black nations. So even by him saying that, he's already going into already violating the laws of Moses, because just because you're black, I'm not fucking with you. If you ain't keeping the laws of Moses, if not equal, if not better, I am forbidden. Just when shit hit the fan, they go into that wherever they follow or lack thereof. See, when you practice the laws of Moses, I bring my body under subjection, lest when I preach, I be disqualified. So if you're practicing this way of life, when stuff hits the fan, these morals are going to come to the surface. What you've been practicing is going to come to the surface. And even though you might, hopefully it's not a fall where it's heavy. Hopefully, like it says, at least one of the least of the sins or violations. Hopefully it's one of those. It's still equivalent, or whoever teaches, but still. Hopefully it's something minor which you can recover from. Those who don't have any principles, anything which they're following on a daily basis, is going to come to this, and they'll likely destroy the whole movement. Proof, say, let this be your wisdom and understanding, said Moses. I don't care if you agree. Then go form your own groups. Leave I alone. See, but then see, it's showing that principle. They can't just leave you alone and go and show how I was raised, that I'm better than you. They gotta destroy you. Showing what they practice already comes to the surface. Like I said, exactly. When I say, they said no King's Day. So no King's Day. Democracy was a point in time for you to prove that you're better than the laws of Moses. But what they practice or lack thereof proved they're not fit to rule, and their democracies, as Socrates already stated, is already a failure before established or implemented. See, y'all mad? All right, well, let's see who can do better. Let's divide the land or divide the groups, and let's see who's more effective and without any partiality or bias in government. See whose work can get more achieved, and nobody hinder anyone. I guarantee laws of Moses, or like, if not higher, will surpass it all. It's kind of like Numbers or wherever, or Deuteronomy or Leviticus, when the Torah said, we can do what you do. Okay. Everybody plant your seed, and whoever blossoms overnight, thy has chosen. And when they came out, the tribe of Levi was chosen, aka Moses. And Korah and them, who said they could do what they wanted, they could do what they do. Oh yeah, you could have did it, but you didn't. But also, you died. And the ground opened up and swallowed them alive. So let's see whose method or way of life is more effective, not demonically. See, exactly. And a lot of theirs solely depends on corruption, injustice. So they automatically, their way of operation, lose. Pure, balance, no hindering of another, but just simply going about doing it your way and see who ways is better. I put what matters only. I put the future on the line on that one. I already know my path is going to win. And the majority of them, they already lost because their way is corruption. Return to touch that again.